Welcome back. Today we're exploring the world's most generous animals, creatures who turn sharing into a superpower. Forget what you know, these 5 legendary animals use their unique gifts to help others in epic ways. From a unicorn's magic to a fox's toys, we'll see how sharing transforms their worlds. By the end, you'll realize the greatest prize isn't what you keep, but what you give. Let's meet our first magical friend. Deep in the heart of the enchanted forest, where the trees shimmer with dew and the air sparkles with magic, lives a very special unicorn named Sparkle. She isn't just any unicorn. Her presence fills the forest with warmth and wonder, and her story is known by every creature, big and small. Sparkle's horn glows with a radiant, magical light that can chase away even the deepest shadows. When the moon hides behind the clouds and the night feels endless, her horn becomes a beacon, lighting up the darkest corners of the woods and bringing comfort to all who see it. But what makes Sparkle truly remarkable is her generous heart. Instead of keeping her magic all to herself, she chooses to share it with everyone around her. Every night, as the stars twinkle above, Sparkle gently patrols the forest paths, searching for anyone who might need her help. She's always ready to guide lost friends like Timmy the rabbit, who sometimes wanders too far, and Squeaky the mouse, who gets nervous in the dark, safely back to their cozy homes. One night, a thick, mysterious fog rolled into the forest, making it impossible for anyone to see more than a few steps ahead. The animals huddled together, frightened and unsure of where to go. But Sparkle climbed to the highest hill, her horn shining brighter than ever before, cutting through the fog like a lighthouse. One by one, the animals followed her light, finding their way home, safe and sound. Sparkle never asks for anything in return. She doesn't expect rewards or praise. Her only wish is to see her friends safe, happy, and together. Her kindness is as endless as her magical glow, and the animals know they can always count on her. Thanks to Sparkle, nighttime in the enchanted forest has changed forever. What was once a time of fear and loneliness is now a time of togetherness and joy. Animals from every corner of the woods gather beneath her gentle light, feeling safe and connected. Under Sparkle's watchful glow, the animals share stories, laughter and dreams. They tell tales of adventure and friendship, knowing that as long as Sparkle is near, there is nothing to fear. Her light brings them closer, turning the forest into a magical place of community. Sparkle's light is more than just a magical glow. It's a symbol of hope and kindness. It reminds everyone that the true value of a gift lies not in keeping it, but in sharing it with others. Her magic spreads happiness, courage, and hope to every corner of the forest. Sparkle could easily use her magic for her own comfort, lighting her own path and keeping her world bright. But she chooses, every single night, to share her gift with others, making the whole forest a better place for everyone. That's why Sparkle is celebrated as the first legendary hero of the enchanted forest. Her kindness, bravery and generosity light up not just the woods but the hearts of all who know her story. In the end, Sparkle teaches us that the greatest magic of all is generosity, the power to make the world brighter by sharing what we have with others. Next, we dive into the sparkling blue waters of the Sapphire Ocean, a place where the sunbeams dance across the waves, and every corner of the reef is alive with colour and excitement. Here, among the swaying seaweed and bustling schools of fish, lives a very special dolphin with a heart as big as the ocean itself. Meet Bubbles the dolphin, a playful and adventurous soul who's become famous throughout the ocean for his dazzling collection of seashells. But Bubbles isn't just a collector. He's a true friend to everyone he meets, and his treasures are more than just pretty objects. They're tokens of kindness and connection. Instead of keeping his beautiful shells hidden away, Bubbles loves to share them with his friends. If someone in the reef needs a little help or a reason to smile, Bubbles is always there, ready to offer the perfect shell. For example, when Shelley the turtle was searching for a shell that matched her unique pattern, Bubbles searched high and low until he found just the right one, making Shelley feel truly special and seen. And when Pinchy the crab lost his home to a strong current, Bubbles didn't hesitate. He offered Pinchy a sturdy, beautiful shell from his own collection, giving Pinchy a safe place to live and showing everyone that generosity can change lives. One day, Bubbles discovered a rare rainbow conch shell, shimmering with every colour of the sea. Instead of keeping it for himself, he gifted it to Coral the seahorse, who had always admired the shells from afar. The gift filled Coral with confidence and happiness, and soon she was swimming proudly through the reef, her new shells sparkling in the sunlight. Bubbles' acts of kindness didn't go unnoticed. Inspired by his generosity, the entire reef began to change. Fish started sharing their favourite feeding spots, octopuses painted beautiful murals for everyone to enjoy, and turtles offered rides to smaller sea creatures who needed help getting around. The spirit of sharing spread like a gentle current, making the Sapphire Ocean a happier, more connected place for all. Soon, Bubbles' cosy grotto, once just a quiet nook filled with shells, became a lively community centre. Sea creatures from all over the reef gathered there to share stories, celebrate special moments and help one another. It was no longer just a place for treasures, it was a home for friendship and laughter. Bubbles showed everyone that the true value of a treasure isn't in how rare or shiny it is, but in the happiness it brings when shared. His simple acts of giving turned ordinary days into celebrations and made every creature feel like they belonged. Though Bubbles could have been the richest dolphin in the ocean, he chose a different kind of wealth, the joy of seeing his friends smile and the warmth of knowing he made a difference. Every day he found new ways to share, and every day his happiness grew. Bubbles' legacy isn't a collection of rare shells, but a network of friendships and a community built on kindness. He taught everyone that the bonds we create are far more precious than anything we can hold in our fins. The greatest treasure in the ocean isn't a sparkling shell or a hidden pearl. It's a friend who knows you care, and a community that lifts each other up. Thanks to Bubbles, the Sapphire Ocean is filled with laughter, support, and endless adventures. He's a true connector, weaving together the lives of everyone he meets and building a brighter, happier world beneath the waves. That's the magic of sharing. When we give from the heart, we create a world where everyone shines a little brighter. High in the Frostwind Mountains, where icy winds howl and snow blankets the world for months, lives Ember the dragon. Unlike the fearsome dragons of old tales, Ember is a gentle giant, known not for destruction, but for his incredible gift of warmth. His scales shimmer with the colours of a crackling fire, and his breath can melt even the thickest ice. But what truly sets Ember apart is his heart. He cares deeply for the creatures and people who share his mountain home. Instead of hoarding his fire or using it to frighten, Ember chooses to help. Each night as the sun dips behind the frosty peaks, he soars down to the village below. There in the heart of the square, he breathes his magical fire onto a massive stone, turning it into a glowing beacon of heat. Villagers and animals alike gather around, basking in the warmth, sharing stories and enjoying the comfort that Ember brings. What could have been a cold, lonely night becomes a time of laughter and togetherness, all thanks to Ember's kindness. One winter, a brutal blizzard swept through the mountains, fiercer than any in living memory. The wind howled, snow piled high, and the cold threatened to freeze everything in its path. But Ember did not hide away. He worked tirelessly, flying from burrow to burrow, warming the homes of rabbits and mice, shielding shivering sheep with his wings, and making sure no one was left out in the storm. His fire was a shield against the biting cold, a promise that no one would be forgotten. When food became scarce, Ember melted the deep snow, uncovering hidden grasses and berries for the hungry animals. He dug through drifts to help the villagers find their stored supplies, and even carried water to those whose wells had frozen solid. Day and night, Ember never rested, always searching for someone in need, always ready to lend his warmth and strength. In time, the villagers realized that Ember's fire, once feared as a force of destruction, had become the valley's greatest lifeline. The glow from his stone could be seen for miles, a symbol of hope in the endless winter. People and animals alike came to rely on Ember, not just for warmth, but for the sense of safety and community he inspired. Ember's kindness changed everything. Where once dragons were seen as monsters, now they were seen as friends and protectors. The animals greeted him with joy, and the villagers welcomed him as one of their own. Ember's gentle nature and selfless acts melted even the coldest hearts. The villagers and animals thanked Ember with gifts, colourful scarves, sweet berries and hand-carved trinkets. But for Ember, the greatest reward was seeing everyone safe, happy and together. Their laughter and gratitude warmed him more than any fire ever could. Ember shows that real strength isn't about being the biggest or the most powerful, it's about using your gifts to help others, to lift up those who need it most. Whether it's a tiny mouse or a whole village, Ember's warmth touches everyone he meets. His story is a reminder that even the mightiest gifts mean the most when they're shared. Ember could have kept his fire to himself, but by giving it freely, he changed the lives of everyone around him. The village flourished and the animals thrived, all because one dragon chose to care. Now Ember is the heart of the Frostwind Mountains. His warmth brings light to the darkest winters, and his courage inspires others to be kind and generous. He's a true hero, not because of his power, but because of his compassion. True power, Ember teaches, is found in lifting others up, in making the world a better place for everyone. Thanks to Ember's generosity, lives are saved, hearts are warmed, and a once divided community is united. That's the kind of legend that lives on forever. In the Whispering Woods, Willow the Wise Owl holds more knowledge than anyone. Instead of keeping it to herself, Willow shares her wisdom, guiding animals to solve their own problems. When berry bushes stopped producing, Willow helped the animals discover the missing bees and inspired them to replant flowers, bringing the bees and berries back. She never just gives answers, she teaches others to think and learn. Willow's tree is a hub for learning, advice and community. Her wisdom has made the forest animals resourceful and united. She proves that sharing knowledge empowers everyone, creating a smarter, stronger community. Willow could be the smartest owl, but she chooses to make everyone wiser. Her greatest gift is helping others grow. Sharing knowledge multiplies its power. Willow is a true legend of generosity. In Sunny Meadow, Pippin the playful fox has the best toy collection, but he believes toys are for sharing. Every day he brings his toy box to the meadow, inviting everyone to join the fun. Pippin makes sure every animal is included, finding the perfect game for each friend. When shy hedgehogs moved in, Pippin used his toys to welcome them, turning strangers into friends. His generosity transformed the meadow into a playground where everyone belongs. Pippin teaches that sharing fun makes it bigger for everyone. He could have been the fox with all the toys, but he chose to be the fox with all the friends. His open heart is the real treasure. You don't need magic to be a hero, just a willingness to share. Pippin proves that the best games are the ones where everyone wins. That's the power of a generous spirit. 5 legendary animals, 5 incredible acts of sharing. They show us that true happiness comes from giving, not keeping. Today, be like Sparkle, Bubbles, Ember, Willow and Pippin. Share something special with a friend. The magic isn't in what you have, but in what you give. Thanks for watching. Go out and be a hero.